Tropical Cyclone Narelle is currently a Category 2 system and moving away from far north Queensland. It is expected though to make landfall overnight Saturday and into Sunday across the eastern coast of the top end as a severe Category 3 system. So now let's have a look at the latest warning situation. Starting off in Queensland, and we have now cancelled that tropical cyclone warning as Tropical Cyclone Narelle pushes further away from the state. However, we are still expecting widespread showers and thunderstorms right across far north Queensland, and we could see heavy falls about the northeastern tropical coast. And with recent rain, rivers are swollen, and so the flood risk does remain. At the same time, the tropical cyclone is pushing very large waves onto the eastern Gulf Coast, and that's producing abnormally high tides and hazardous coastal conditions, including around the Weipa area. So if you are across far north Queensland, even though Tropical Cyclone Narelle is now pushing away, be sure to keep up to date with the latest forecast and warnings as we head through the rest of the weekend. Looking now to the west of the Gulf of Carpentaria, and we do have a tropical cyclone warning current. That extends from Nullarbor in the north down towards Port MacArthur in the south. It does include Borroloola, Nullarbor, Groote Eylandt and Birani, as well as extending a little bit further inland towards the top end. So if you are across this tropical cyclone warning area, what can we expect? First, as the system approaches the coast tonight, we will see very destructive winds up to 185 kilometres an hour near the cyclone crossing centre. More broadly across that warning area, we could see winds reaching up to 160 kilometres an hour. Heavy to intense rainfall will also develop, and 24-hour rainfall totals could reach between 100 to in excess of 250 millimetres. At the same time, large waves and coastal inundation is expected across much of the Gulf Coast. So now having a look at the latest track map. We can see Tropical Cyclone Narelle currently a Category 2 system over the warm water of the Gulf of Carpentaria. Through the rest of Saturday, it will move towards the west and is expected to intensify into a severe Category 3 system by Saturday afternoon. It will move to the north of Groote Eylandt and is expected to cross the coast early on Sunday morning, somewhere on the coast between Birani and Nullarbor around the Cape Shield area as a severe Category 3 system. From there, it is expected to rapidly weaken over land and be back to a tropical low as we head into Sunday, but still expected to see heavy rainfall and damaging winds right across that warning area. As we head through the rest of Sunday, the remnants of ex-tropical cyclone Narelle will continue moving west across the top end. And we have also issued a severe weather warning in addition to the tropical cyclone warning. And this area in yellow can expect to see heavy to intense rainfall as well as isolated damaging winds as we head into Sunday and Sunday night. And the risk of intense rainfall is highest for areas just to the north of Katherine. And so now what can people expect there? Well, first, with those very strong to destructive winds, we can expect to see significant damage to property, businesses, and any loose items or structures in the area. Further, those winds could cause extensive damage to vegetation and crops right across the top end. With further heavy rainfall, we are also anticipating further disruptions to local communities, including roads being closed or inundated, as well as the isolation of some areas. So do prepare yourself and follow all the advice from local emergency services as we head into tonight as well as Sunday. And now looking further at that flooding situation, we still do have a number of flood watches right across northern Australia. In Queensland, a flood watch does cover much of Cape York Peninsula, and that's due to a lot of rivers still being very high at this time, and warnings current for the northern tropical coast and continuing across inland parts of Queensland. For the top end, we have issued a flood watch right across the area, and we have issued major flood warnings. We are expecting major flooding to redevelop across the Katherine and Waterhouse rivers, and for the Daly River, that's already in major flooding. Upcoming rainfall will prolong that major flooding peak. And we also do have flood watches that have been issued for northern parts of the Kimberley in Western Australia. So keep across these over the next few days. This situation does remain very dynamic. Now, if we look at the track of Tropical Cyclone Narelle, or the remnants from Sunday, we do see the low tracking across the top end and moving out into the Joseph Bonaparte Gulf as we head into Monday afternoon. From there, it is expected to cross into the open waters of the Indian Ocean and may re-intensify back into a tropical cyclone just to the north of the Dampier Peninsula as we head into Wednesday. So if you are across northern and western parts of Western Australia, do keep across those latest forecasts and warnings as we head into the second half of the week, with the potential for Tropical Cyclone Narelle to remain offshore or even curve back towards the Western Australian coastline. So for those communities right across the top end, do keep up to date with those latest forecasts and warnings as we head towards landfall on Saturday night and into Sunday morning. You can find the latest information on our website and app, follow us on social media, and as always, please stay safe.